If you're constantly feeling behind, it's probably because you're stuck in the comparison trap, and trust me, I have been there. So today let's talk about how to break free. Hi guys, my name is Lucy. Welcome back to another video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or at least comment. That would be greatly appreciated. I am talking about the comparison trap today. If you compare yourself to others or compare yourself to maybe where you are in life, stick around because I'm going to give you some tips on how to not do that. So number one, social media is a highlight reel, not the full story. And I think, again, it's going to seem like someone has it all together from their Instagram posts or reels or their Facebook posts or reels or Snapchat or TikTok or something, right? And truth is, we don't know the whole story. We have no idea what that person is actually going through unless they post it, right? So chances are you are seeing a highlight reel of someone's life. So how can you compare that to what's going on in your life when it's real life? When you see something on social media, it's not real life. It's what it's curated to look like. And so I have done this all the time when I was younger, especially, where I was like, wow, this is crazy. They are living their best life and I am stuck here in the middle of school, in the middle of work, and I'm not living my best life. Again, it's something that I used to do. I don't really do it anymore because I've learned that each of us have our own story to tell, and my journey is not an influencer's journey. My journey is not literally anyone else's journey but my own. Number two, someone else's success isn't your failure. Their win doesn't mean you're losing. It just means it's possible. So YouTube is a great example of this, right? I am a small YouTube creator and I am just getting back, revamped, rebranded, whatever. And I see all of these other channels blowing up, and I have two choices. I can either be like, oh, well, guess it's not gonna happen for me, or you know what? Good for them. That's awesome. Actually, that's great. And I want to see them succeed and I want to keep going so I can have that same success. And so it's just a mindset shift. Will you be glad that others have succeeded so you can say that it is possible for you to succeed, maybe even in the same genre or the same field or the same hobby as someone else, right? I think that's really important. Number three, you don't know the price they paid. You might want their results, but do you know their full journey? So the sacrifices that people have made to get where they are. And I think a lot of the sacrifice part of the story, we always go to the end result because that's how we're programmed. We want to see the end result, like instant gratification. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Or sometimes that person had to sacrifice a lot to get where they are now and they haven't shared. So if you were to sit down with another person, what would your conversation be? Would you want to get all of the advice or just maybe tips and tricks on how to get there? I think all of that is important, but you have to understand that there is sacrifice involved and that there is a chance that you might not like what those sacrifices are in order to get the result you want. Number four, focus on progression. Not perfection. Measure how far you've come, not how fast someone else is moving. I used to have a coworker that would always say, I love her so much. I used to have a coworker that would always say, stay in your lane. Like, know your lane and stay in your lane. She was completely right, 100%. 100%. It was that adage that was like, you know what? Yeah, I do need to stay in my lane. I need to know what my lane is and come up with a plan on how I can move forward in my lane, not get stuck in traffic, not cut another person off, but to actually just steadily keep going, stay in my lane and look back and say, wow, I have come this far and I know where I want to be going. I think that's so important to remember because, again, I'm going to harp on this. Not everyone has your story. Not anyone has your story. We're all different and unique in our own way. Some people might have similar stories, but it's not the exact same carbon copy as you. So where's your lane? How do you stay in it? And how do you just keep looking forward? Number 5, use comparison as a clue, not a critic. If you're feeling envious, ask yourself, what does this make me want to evaluate or change in my own life? So if you're envious, of someone that blew up on YouTube and they did, it seems, all the right things, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they did that. Like, what can you do to change? What can you do to improve your skills? What can you do to improve whatever the tools are necessary to improve that YouTube channel or your job or your relationships or your education? It doesn't have to be envy. It could be a sign like, hey, I see what they're doing and it works for them, so how can I implement some of that in my own life? Number 6, your timeline is not late. It's yours. You're not behind. You are on your own clock. I will say it again. You're not behind. You're on your own clock. Again, this goes back to stay in your own lane, because if you do stay in your own lane and you are on your own clock, then only time will tell where you're going to end up being, or where you're going to end up as a result of all the work that you have brought in thus far. It is not a race. It seems like race because like hustle culture and grind. But sometimes you have to realize that even though there's hustle culture and even though it's grind, you are your own person. You are your own clock. Not everyone is the same. We're not the same. So how can you dial in to your own time clock and your own timestamps and reevaluate what needs to be changed in your life and not someone else's? And then number 7, limit triggers and protect your mindset. Unfollow, mute, log off, protect your peace without guilt. Boundaries are okay. And if it's not bringing you peace, chances are you need less of it, not more of it. It's going to cause anxiety, worry, frustration, envy, jealousy, all of these negative emotions and negative feelings that literally change your mindset and how you look at a situation or situations or a relationship or relationships. So if it is not bringing you peace, unfollow, mute, untag. I don't care what you have to do, but do that and your life will be 10 times better. I guarantee it. You will find that peace. It will feel weird, like you're walking like for the first time, and it's gonna be wobbly at first, but you can do it. You totally can do it. I have complete trust, complete faith. And I guarantee that if you stay in your lane, that if you have your own time clock and that you stop comparing yourself to others and just focus on you and what your journey is, you're going to be 100 billion times happier. It's gonna be great, I guarantee it. All right, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, or at least comment. What are some things that you are struggling with, and how can we assist you? I'd love to build a community on here. It would be really cool to hear your thoughts or share your thoughts. And maybe you think this is not helpful at all, but tell me in the comments below what is helpful to you. All right, I love you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one.